Hello! What? Never mind. Okay, never mind. We are here. Hello! Happy Monday. Right. Isn't today? Wait. Why do I remember the 7th of October being some kind of special day? Maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm just mixing stuff up. Is it? No. Or, no. I don't know. Maybe my brain is just being a little silly. That is always an option. Anyway. Hello. Oh god, oh dear. We are off to a great start. I'm gonna have to drink a lot of water today. Ooh. Why does it feel like my voice is already going? It feels like my voice is already kind of like going away, but it's, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, fucking nothing's gonna crash today. I don't fucking know what yesterday was all about, but we'll see. Before we get started, real quick, I am too lazy to pull it up right now, but we hit 150 subs on the YouTube. I woke up and I saw that, and I was happy, and I still am happy. So that's a nice little thing. Yeah. My breath. God, fucking today's gonna be a stream. Thank God we're not doing a trial today. Jesus Christ. Maybe it's just because I'm tired. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. As usual, actually. Never mind. Okay, it should be, but I'm just double checking that everything is connected. Yes, it is. Okay, we're fine. All right. That being... Oh, I know what today is. Or, well, I think today or tomorrow or yesterday is supposed to be a new chapter of Windbreaker. But yeah, that's all, I think. Anyway, yesterday, Ivy, welcome in. Good morning to you. It is 4 p.m. over here. Hope you're doing well today. Yesterday, we thankfully barely managed to finish the trial in like 3 hours. I went and had a look actually on I looked up the average, because just to get like a little idea of how long these last two cases are gonna be. I went to look up an average of how long the trials and investigations and just the whole case, or the cases for this game are. There's like a list I found that had just all the games. I think they based it off of another person's playthrough or something, or video or whatever. And apparently, at the pace we're going here, this trial should take about like 3-ish streams, because the playtime listed on that list was about 4 hours. And when I looked at the past cases and how long those have taken me, I usually take about twice as long as the length that is listed there. Which makes sense, because, I'm reading everything out loud. I stop every now and then for breaks and stuff. So it said that this case 4, is going to be is about 4 hours long, or 3.5 to 4 hours. So we might have like another 2, maybe 3 streams, depending on how it goes, before we head over to case 5. This one is apparently just a bit shorter than previous ones. I have a 10-page paper I need to work on for my pop music and social change class due Wednesday. Pop music and social change class. That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Also due Wednesday. Oh god. Did you like get started on it already, or do you have nothing? I hope you have something, because even as a procrastinator myself, 10 pages is a lot. That is quite a bit. Unless you can decide on the text size, but usually that's not really how it goes. I'm pretty sure. But oh dear. Yeah, good luck with that, Jesus. Let's see here. Where were we? Wait, didn't we? Wait, did we? Did we not finish the trial? I'm pretty sure we finished the trial, didn't we? Right? Did we? Didn't we finish the trial? I'm pretty sure we did that. We got it to be continued when everything blew up, and I assumed that was going to be the end of the trial. Is it not? This is okay. This is my last set, or did I just forget to save? Let's see actually. Okay, no, I just forgot to save. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. Apparently, I just forgot to save. Okay, Jesus Christ, okay. I was like, you're not gonna fucking... We are done. I believe if a courtroom blows the fuck up, we are done with that trial. I have about 2.5 pages done already. Even then, that's a little... That's like... yeah, that's 7.5 pages. That is still... Oh boy. Good luck. Is it until Wednesday, including Wednesday, or just today and tomorrow? Because in that short amount of time, even one extra day would be huge. Okay, yeah, yeah. Apparently I just forgot to save. Alright, in that case, let us get into the Cosmic Turnabout, the investigation, day 1. Oh, we're back to Phoenix. In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. It's just today and tomorrow. It's due Wednesday morning. Oh no! Oh, good luck. Do you like need 10 pages to pass, or do they just deduct points if you miss pages? Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was Can you get a different word? As the courtroom bomber. Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. We managed to clear Ms. Woods' name. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by a Tetonate. Everything is going to shit. December 19th, 3:21 p.m., right? Anything agency? Oh. Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy being attacked by Tonate like that on top of all his other injuries. Apollo's resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic because, of course, do we only have one clinic in this town, city, whatever, Japanifornia? Do we only have one clinic in here? YouTube tried to hide this one. No notification or recommendation. Bad YouTube. Bad YouTube. But welcome in, Jonas. Hope you're doing well today. We just started anyway. You didn't really miss anything. I've had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. No one should have to be at that clinic for any longer than they had to be. No one should have to be there at all, actually. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. Oh, Trucy! You've been really absent this game. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. Oh, the babies. Not sure it's best, but it's best to have all 10 pages done. True, true. Definitely am doing well today, seeing as my most anticipated game of the decade is releasing today. Which one was that again? I think you mentioned it before, but I forgot the name. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I don't know. Oh, man. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating. Alright, enough of this, people! This is no time to be moping around. Now, dry those eyes, both of you! You're the only one who's crying, Athena. Technicalities! Look, we have work to do. We have to take over. Take over what exactly? Apollo's Space Center case, of course. As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy? Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. All right, Sparking Zero. Right. He did mention that. Nice. Good. Now that that's been settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run. What? Right now? We'd better not be running the whole way. There she goes. I'd better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy? Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm going to bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you. Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. Can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm. Oh, she's back. Don't mind me, just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag. Sounds more like you forgot everything. I can always count on Athena for that, too. You got your badge? Apparently you forget that a lot, too. Alright, you two, let's be careful out there. God, I love Trucy. I miss her. Baby. Oh god, it's time for the sighing. So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's he's so famous, even I've heard of him. And I don't know anyone. That's right, he's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago. You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Phew. I knew that was what he was gonna start with, so I already prepared my long sigh. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix, right? Apollo's mentor, right? Well, mentor is a strong word. They work in the same office. That's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. It might not be accurate, but it sounds nice. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered. And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, Don't I know you from somewhere? You met her like yesterday, didn't you? Huh? You mean other than at your trial? Oh, I don't think so. I guess so. My mistake. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes, he seriously got to stop depressing himself. Because that's how it works. That's the right way. Just, you're depressed? Just stop. Just don't. Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere, that just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right? Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Oh yeah, here we go! 3, 2, 1! I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? Hey, he's a simple guy. But before that, look at my badge. So, what do you think about this? The evidence is gonna get me convicted. No, it's my attorney's badge. Or, wait, did he say this? No, the evidence, okay. I was hoping it would reassure you that we're here to defend you. Evidence isn't just for the prosecution, it can help prove a person's innocence too. That's a positive spin on things. I thought that was common knowledge. In this universe? Alright, let's speak. So, you have no memory at all of the incident? I'm so ashamed. My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know? Oh, the so-called HAT-1 miracle? Or HAT-1 miracle? Do I say HAT or HAT? I say HAT. I'm gonna say HAT. That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know. You met him 2 minutes ago. But the tranquilizers were found in your system. Yeah, see, that's the thing, but I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you? Exactly, that's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket. Ugh. That's gotta be it. I've been framed! I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small? Like about the murder weapon, for example? That knife, I think it came from one of the Space Center utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. Okay. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer. Wow. No wonder they dubbed it the Hat 1 miracle. It's a miracle you made it back. Leah, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on forever, and ever, and ever, without end. What is happening? There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about your fear. With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission? What? No way, of course not. Even now, I still want to go into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity at escape velocity and spin around weightless. But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid? I was afraid, of course I was, still am. But space is a man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there, waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. I like how what he's saying pretty much like is just like Apollo's attitude, like Apollo's mindset applied to this specific, you know, to like space exploration. I like that a lot. The victim, Clay Tarrant, he was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big, exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. A mentor and a protege. What a combination they must have been. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now... Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine. You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine and you're fine all of the time too. And I always feel encouraged too whenever I hear him shout it. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff. One time during zero-G trading, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine," over the radio. Oh, that's so cute. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. See? Oh god, hold on. I had to stretch for a bit. I like this. I like Apollo's backstory. I actually do. And I think this backstory on its own, it is... How do I say this? I like his backstory, but the way they lead up to it was a little clumsy. I feel like... It's funny, because I've seen people say that it makes... You know, it was very out of nowhere for Apollo to, like, this game suddenly, like, start talking about, like, his best friend and his childhood friend, when, you know, in Ace Attorney 4, he's never talked about it before. And, that this was, like, the writers trying to give Apollo, you know, something else to work with, I guess. Honestly, I feel like this whole thing of Clay, just Clay's existence and Clay and Apollo being buddies would have been more natural if we had heard even less about Clay than we have in these past cases already. Because since the start of this game, Clay has only been mentioned like 3 or 4 times, but he's been mentioned like every case, almost every case. But it was like in sort of like awkward spots. It was in situations where I personally didn't feel like Apollo would have willingly talked about it. I feel like Apollo is, from what we see, you know, the only times we really see Apollo is during, you know, his work, when he's on a case. And I feel like Apollo in that aspect is a pretty private person. I feel like it would have made even more sense for us to not hear anything about Clay, except for like 1 or 2 times when it was like, when he was directly prompted, you know? Like when it directly related to the conversation at hand. Yeah, they kind of... I feel like Apollo's the kind of person to talk about like his private life only when like prompted to, only when like someone directly asks him about it, you know? Like in, I think it was like in case 2 when they were like something talking about the night sky, and Apollo made some kind of comment that made Athena ask him something like, I didn't know you were such a romantic, or I didn't know you liked this kind of stuff. And there, it made sense for Apollo to be like, oh no, I have this friend who talks about space all the time, so I know some stuff about it. That makes sense. In case 3, where we had, you know, Robin, Hugh, and Juniper's whole thing going on, there I felt like it didn't make sense for Apollo to suddenly bring up his best friend. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I have this friend, and in situations like these, this is what we do. That was a situation where I felt like it was a little awkward. Like they were kind of like trying to push it in a bit too much. I feel like if they had made it a bit more natural and in line with Apollo's character, which at least from my understanding is that he just doesn't want to mix his personal and work life too much. It would have made more sense. That's like my take on it. And I feel like honestly that's what I like. I feel like Apollo is a very private person, and it's also important to like consider, because I think even with consideration of Ace Attorney 4, it would still make sense, because Ace Attorney 4, if we remember, spans over like 5 months. Well, we have the first case in April, and then the second case where we, you know, actually join the agency and meet people is in June. And then it goes until like, I think September or October. That's like not even half a year. In AC24, we play as Apollo for less than half a year and only during cases. And in those instances, I think it makes perfect sense for Apollo not to talk about his private life, including like friends or something, which honestly, I don't know about you, but I barely talk about my friends anyway, to begin with. Like, I talk to them pretty much every day, but I don't bring them up in conversation unless the topic directly relates to it, you know? So I think that part makes total sense, especially if Apollo is the type of person to want to keep his private life outside of his work, you know? I think that part makes total sense. I just think they tried a little too hard to make him fit in. I feel like if they rewrote these 1 or 2 scenes where it felt like Apollo was kind of just bringing up Clay out of nowhere, it would have made more sense. If they had connected it to like someone asking him a question or something, or someone, you know, talking about space and Apollo making some kind of comment that made people curious, that would have made sense. So I like this backstory. I think it's a little awkward. It could be, it's not bad, just a little awkward in certain spots. But yeah. Nova and Pumpkin, welcome in. The space butler did it. Have we had a single butler in this game, actually? I don't think we have. I don't think we've had a single butler in this game. Huh. Anyway, hope both of you are doing well today. Anyway, that was my tiny rant. That being said, I like Apollo's backstory. At least, what you know, like, I like what we get to know of him in this game, and I'm gonna give my further thoughts when we play Spirit of Justice, and we get to know more there. I think I read that. So, I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. The only butler I recall is the one from Turnabout Sisters. And that technically wasn't even a butler, he was the bellboy. He just worked at the hotel. So we never really had any butler. I mean, technically, Shelly the Killer posed as Matt's butler for like a total of 1 seat, so I guess that could count. And to be fair, he did turn out to be a murderer, so you know what? But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. You're fine. Solomon Saul Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be alright. Huh? And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too. Do I really have to? Oh, come on. Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Phoenix Wright is fine. We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict. Sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto! Good idea. Let's go. But first, I will refill my water because it's already gone. With no Apollo, she's taking charge. Yeah, she is. She really is. And I like that. I like that. Ah, man, I have like I have so many thoughts and feelings about this case already, but like I don't know how to put them into proper words. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to talk too much. Maybe I'll I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably have a lot to say for
Objection!
Yapsa. Bean! Objection! How you doing, Bean? How you doing? Do we show you anything else? I don't think so. I think we're fine. Actually, wait, is there anything that, Clay always used to cheerfully greet me in a loud voice. And he did vocal exercises every morning. And he did vocal exercises every morning, sometimes until he was hoarse, right? Exactly, you could always hear him even through the wall. Hey, wait a minute. Did you know Clay? No, but like attracts like, as they say. That is so sweet! And sad! I deserve to yap? I do indeed deserve to yap. I shall yap, whether or not people want me to. Anything else? I'm just looking for like anything that could give us like more Clay snippets. Okay, no. Oh, is that like the I have nothing? Is that the I have nothing to say thing? Okay, there. All right, let's get moving to. Wait. Have we shown our badge to Phoenix? To Trissy get as Phoenix? Hello, daughter. Oh, Sheldon's demo's out. I haven't watched that yet. I guess presenting your attorney's badge is like your quick trick, huh, Daddy? So it's just a trick to you, huh? Well, you are one of the talents in our Write Anything agency, after all. But I have to say that an attorney's badge won't get many laughs. I don't care if I don't get laughs, as long as I can clear my client's name. That's a good one, Daddy. I'm no match for you, though, Trissy. Oh. Let's see. Flavor text. Daddy, you should be careful about showing evidence to a magician. That's true, you can make anything disappear. Well, anything up to about a yard in diameter anyway. How much is that? How big is a yard? How big is a yard? I actually don't know that. Yard in meter. About 900 centimeters. That is quite a, okay, that is quite a bit. In diameter. Yeah, no, yeah. My magic panties are an extra-dimensional space. I guess only a space probe can help us figure out how they work then, huh? Okay, now let's head to the Space Center. Ugh, my throat. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place this Space Center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah, did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Yaksa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going. Yaksa, huh? That is so fun. Yaksa. I'm pretty sure that that's not how it's pronounced, but I'm gonna call it Yaksa. Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is YA supposed to stand for? Galaxy? Oh dear. If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GAXA, not, or even Phoenix, what the fuck? I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. One of two people. I'm thinking of. I don't know which one of it is. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic shooter, full speed ahead. Now I know who it is. Now I know who it is. Jesus Christ. Yikes, who's this geezer and what's he want? I don't know what wish to give you. Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space science. Pardon me, but you are? My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center, the center of the cosmos. Okay. That was pretty groan-inducing. If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means... Aha, so you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you? Flashback time. Okay, there. That is correct. I was honored to be the first man in all of space and time to discover the body. What do you mean, honored? But let's talk of the incident. Are you by any chance the space police? You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate the case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. Why, thank you. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now, go ahead, have it. Have at it. I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? But first, I will show you my badge. Excuse me, but about this piece of evidence... Okay, nothing, no special dialogue. Let me ask you a question. What will that object contribute to the future of mankind? What? Not much, I guess. Then how important could it be? Quite unlike the great historical figure Yuri Cosmos. If he's any more self-absorbed, he'll turn into his very own black hole. Okay, let's talk to this fella. This is a nice OST, though. So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going. For the sake of mankind. I believe I used the word specifically in my question. Attention all personnel! To your break stations! Prepare for a break! Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That is exactly right, because I am an important man and my manner is important. Hey, at least he's self-aware. Kind of. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. That too. Well, there's bound to be some people like that, here in the boundlessness of space. Like Apollo. Sometimes. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now, go ahead, have at it. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it. Specifically. Can you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I refuse. What? Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind. I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Oh dear. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. And let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. Okay, buddy. The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched to space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home? I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well, I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project. Project. Oh, thank you very much. Hat 1's noble mission was to collect sample from an asteroid. And Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 launched its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right? Correct, and it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. Souls, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago. So what kind of samples are they? What's in them? The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we have had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years. I need to magically make money. I'm so ready to get Orodon and Chaska out of spite. Bro. Tima, welcome in. I am struggling. I want Chaska. I want Orodon. I'm gonna be honest. I like both of their designs. I like Chaska's design for the most part. Chaska's design was like a roller coaster for me. At first,
I am doing good, thanks. Camp, enjoy the bits. I had French toast, hash browns, and turkey bacon.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Thank you for the 2 bits. I loved Chaska's design when we first saw her in the the first Natlan teaser. Then when we saw her like full model, I was like, oh, there's a little too much. The asymmetry is too much for me. But now I'm kind of coming back around to it, and now I'm just in a state of like, it's okay. There are certain parts that I don't like. I think with Chaska, it is like, it's the insane asymmetry and too many colors. Like it's too all over the place, which I get. I don't think it's too bad. I love her like waist up. I love it. I love the pants too. I just think it's a little, it clashes quite a bit. But I don't think it's as horrible. Orodon's design, honestly, I really like it. I think the jeans are, I think they went in a little too much on the whole like. I mean, I know, or I'm pretty sure that like Natlan is supposed to be the most modern region, but I feel like they went in on it a little bit too much. Honestly, I like his I love his hair and his eyes and everything. I like on its own, I do love his design. I do really like that. I do really like it. I think it's different from Mose, definitely. I think it's partially also just that like he is very pale. Like he is very pale. Like he is paler than me, and that is a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I recall. I'm like 70 to 80% sure that I recall them mentioning somewhere in, you know, in the lore that like lore-wise, Natlan is the most modern or advanced, not advanced, like the most modern of the nations. So it makes sense that they want to, you know, like implement that into their design, but yeah. Also, yeah, the Genshin fandom usually does complain more. I think it's just because the Genshin fandom is a little bit bigger. And also, many HSR fans are just like elitists. They just don't, like, they would rather not criticize at all if it means they can shit on Genshin or other games. Like, I feel like it's gotten a little bit better recently. Or, well, by not necessarily better, but you know what I mean. But HSR players, a lot of them are just elitists. Like, they just, like, don't want... They just don't care. Shin, welcome in! Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, I like Odon's design. They've been complaining ever since Natlan was released, and it's the same story over and over again, so I'm done taking him seriously. I mean, I get it. Listen. I would also love more diversity. I genuinely would. And I'm, like, convinced that the devs themselves, or the designers themselves, want that as well. Like, it seems pretty obvious at this point. But, like, the way they're handling it is not it. Miyu has played any of those games ever standing in the corner? Hey, fair enough. I mean, HSR and Genshin are really good games. Like, if you like lore and story and exploration, then Genshin is a great game. If you like turn-based stuff, combat, whatever, then HSR is might be up your alley. Yeah. Also didn't know that ripped jeans make you the worst character in the game. Honestly, I don't even mind the ripped jeans. I think they're a little out of place, but I don't think that's too bad. And listen, and see, like, well, no, okay, I can't say that. No, that's a different thing. I don't know. Like, I get people not liking the design, but I feel like partially it's just because of the way. I think partially they're just hating because it's a Natlan character and because they have like a certain vision of Natlan characters in their minds. Yeah, no, like people are definitely taking too far. People are definitely taking it too far. Definitely, for sure. And they're also like going like I don't know what their thought process is, that they're blaming like Dawei for like everything that is happening, as if like he's the sole person responsible for everything that's going on. It's kind of off topic, but will you play Dead Rising? Just wondering. No. Wait, is Dead Rising the Yeah, I think I'm thinking of the right one. No. That's not my type of game. I've watched a playthrough of Dead Rising. Or playthroughs. By which I mean I just watched Game Grumps play it, and that's all I know about the game. But it's not my style of game. It's not my thing. It's a funny game though. It's kind of a fun game, just not my thing. My content is mainly like RPG, visual novels, that kind of stuff, you know, like story heavy things. Dead Rising playthrough when? Pah! I mean, for that, first of all, I would have to get that game. Razor over here with a shirtless poncho, a hoodie, and bandages. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think people are really just like, part of it is just hate because it's a Natlan character and it's another pale motherfucker. Which, that part, I get. Listen, whether or not you want more representation or not, it just gets boring. You know what I mean? Like, I do agree that it just gets boring. Like, seeing the exact same, not even like a little variety in like the paleness. Like seeing the exact same time of paper white every character, or like 95% of the time, it gets boring. I get that part. Like, even I get tired of it. Just wish I was able to get the character out of spite. I get it. Let's see here. I have an issue of having too many games to play. I'm going through the Yakuza franchise right now. Sparking Zero released today. I play Helldivers 2 with my friends, as well as Portal 2 and Left 4 Dead 2. Is that the one? I'm not gonna lie. I saw the L4D2, and my head first went to fucking Love and Deep Space. Which, you know, apparently, I mean, I know people also like that game. It's not my thing because I don't... Yeah, no, it makes me uncomfortable, but hey. Boy. Anyway. Yap. Ads are currently running on Twitch, so I might as well take a little break here and go to the bathroom because I have already emptied over half of my water bottle. So you know what? Give me like 10-ish minutes and we'll be back. We've been live for an hour already anyway. And then we'll actually continue the game. Okay, so see you in about 10-ish minutes. Oh, Love and Deep Space is like an otome gacha game. You've probably seen it around. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. I had a little chat with my granddad and went to check up on my dog. Because my dog he's not having a good day today. He doesn't want to eat. We'll see how it goes. He has days like that sometimes. Okay. Love and Deep Space sounds more like a Steam money laundering sex game than a gacha game. I mean, listen, what are many gacha games if not pure fan service? At least well, I mean, I don't know about Love and Deep Space. I don't know a thing. I don't know a thing about Love and Deep Space. Silas Gang. I've heard a lot about that character in particular. Yeah, no, I've heard a lot about that game. I know many people who like it. But it's not my thing. I'm not a fan of the 3D. If it was 2D, maybe, but even then, I'm not a fan of that type of fan service. He's your K-pop Ryo. Oh dear. Yeah, no. I mean, I also like gacha games. But my gacha games are more story driven. Like I don't know, like i7, OnStars, mostly idle rhythm games. People underestimate how good gacha game stories can really be. Honestly, people really underestimate that. I mean, fucking Genshin, I guess, is one great example, but yeah, like people forget that to sell your character, they don't only need to look good. Ideally, they also have, you know, like a good, like a well-written personality and part in the story. But yeah, that game sounds more risky than Vampire Mansion, if anything. Title-wise, it's Love and Deep Space. Love and Deep Space. I don't know what that word, like, I don't know what the exact meaning behind that title is, but Story skippers. Yeah, no, like there's honestly gacha game stories are dare I say better than some like big popular video game titles, in my personal opinion. You know, in my opinion. Genshin has story? What do you mean? Story in my Genshin Impact? I like anything set in action. Cyberpunk 2077, Devil May Cry 5, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance. Fair. Honestly, I like my stories when they're emotional. That's really all I need. Like, I like my stories when they're character driven. I don't need action. I don't need like a lot of like tension and suspense and whatever. I only need I need my healthy balance of comedy and pure agony. Listen, I don't know what's going on with Nike. I don't know if that game has a story that is anything deep. I mean, I would believe it because, you know, like, again, I know that people tend to underestimate just how good gacha game stories can be, but I have not heard a single thing about that game having any good plot. Well, besides the, you know, plot quote. The music is banger too. Haven't heard about that. I've not seen much about Nike except, you know, I've heard Nike has good plot. It just depends on what kind of plot we're talking about. I like story-driven stuff as a side. The only game that has broken me was Yakuza Kiwami. That's just the only game or show that has made me cry. Interesting. Yeah, no, I want my my game's main point to be story. Hence why I'm playing a game like Ace Attorney, you know, which is mainly story. Nine out of 10 story. They can take away the booba and butts and I would still play the game with my heart and soul. Interesting. Actually, now that you mention it, I might have heard I might have heard someone here and there mentioning that Nikke actually... Maybe it was even you that mentioned that Nikke actually has a very good story. I'm like a broken engine. Anything I say always leads back to Yakuza. Hey, that's me with, like, whatever thing my brain is currently fixated on. Like, I can bring anything back to Persona or Ace Attorney or... Well... That one, people won't really know what I'm talking about, so I tend not to. But right now, I could bring anything back to Windbreaker, if I could. My brain has been really, like, rotten with Windbreaker recently. Like, I'm also that type. I like to, I mean, and that's fine. I like to connect, you know, my interests to a conversation in whatever way I can. But I try to do it only when I know the person I'm talking to also knows of that thing. At least knows of it. Lucas, welcome in. Nikke has plot and plot. Both are good. The first one, I would appreciate. The second one, not my thing, but to each their own. A lot of people call Nikke a waifu-driven Nier game. Interesting, interesting. Oh. I don't know, I feel like... To me personally, I also think that just like the gameplay is not my thing. But to me personally, Nikke is just way too much. Like, I can look past some fan service, but that's, for me, it's way too much. And also, I already have like 5 gacha games that I can barely split my attention between. Like, I still have to catch up. One of these days, I'll get back into OnStars, which is a fucking mountain of story to read. Not just main story, but also character story. Helios has a lot of main story that I still need to catch up on, that has me in its grip. I mean, there's Genshin. I still have to catch up on HSR. I just started the Xianzhou storyline. Only 5? I'm talking 5 that I, like, semi-actively, you know, think about or am into. Split the attention and the wallet. Funnily enough, fun fact, I am actually mostly free-to-play in all the gacha games I play. I used to spend a bit more, but I'm not a big spender. I'm a very low spender. Yeah, no, I rarely spend on gacha games these days. Partially because most of them are Japanese, and if you want to buy, you know, in-game currency, in-game polls on a Japanese app, you're gonna have to go through some hoops because Google Play alone just doesn't work anymore. So, still waiting for Arcanine Enfield? Oh right, I forgot about that one. Okay, one second. Give me a second to refill my water, and then we're gonna get back to the game. Girlfriend convinced me to get Kinich, C6 Gene, and ready for Shiloden and her weapon. Nice. Nice. I spent some polls on Kinich, lost the 50-50 to D-Luke, and now I have a guarantee for probably Chaska. We'll see. Anyway. Back to the game, because I actually do want to finish the investigation today. No time to inspect the samples. Okay. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years. That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. In the golden age of space development, Well, the Golden Age, not the Dark Age? Our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. Yeah, maybe I'll get Kenichi on his rerun. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential. A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big. Our endeavors with the moon rock live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos. I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. Way to keep it vague. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there. What? Bite your tongue, it's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it. Maybe you should? I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up. For the case. Is that so? Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I am a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and engage! And there he goes. That thing is surprisingly fast. Whoops. I guess we'd better get going too. You bet. Let's make it so. Wow, silence. And the birds. Oh god, the birds. My badge is starting to look pretty good on me, don't you think? It suits you well. I'm starting to feel like it gives me more dignity and presence too. I think she might be expecting a little too much from one tiny little badge. Alright, let's move to the boarding lounge. Look at that seahorse! Or is it the sea? I don't know. It looked like a seahorse at first glance, but I don't know what it is. It's something. It has a seahorse face, but it's cute. So this is where Mr. Terran was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now we're in the main building, here on the right side, on the 3rd floor. Here. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled from Launchpad 1 after the explosion. You there! No admittance without express permission! We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate. Cue Fulbright in 3, 2... Oh. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? He's in Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, then we'll talk. Leave it to me. I'm good at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. Let's see, what trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait, that door... It looks awfully Where is it? There it is. Okay. Never mind. Just... It looks awfully familiar. Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. That explains it. The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now, come on, let's go! Okay. Are there birds here inside here too? No? None? Okay. A robot! Even in space, safety first. So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police tape down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. The launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there. Okay, gotta get ready. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people! Ba, ba, ba. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share? So if he acts all reluctant to if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? Alright. I'll gladly share some with you. Wow. What just happened? That was easy. Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me. You info bandits, I'm in a generous mood today. Did There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Did Blackwell praise you? Like, did Blackwell compliment you before coming here or something? Did he give you a hug? Did he give you a raise? I mean, I guess a raise doesn't matter to you. Did he give you a hug or a kiss? Well, we need information, so let's run with it. If you say so. Okay, let's present my badge first. Something for the lost and found. I'll be sure to take care of it. No. It's an important piece of evidence. Well, it's not really, but oh, that's okay. That's a quick line. All right. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it, a month even. I wish we had that much time, honestly. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub. No? That's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? Did Simon hit his head? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective? That's right, I was here on a security assignment. The police are The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that. Yes. Well, you know us, to serve and protect. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation. He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course, a bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launch Pad 1 also blew sky high. Okay, first that, then that, okay. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter. The shelter? That's right, there's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. Okay. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So, where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion, and the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. Then it wasn't impossible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone got out safely, I made my way down to and headed for the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder kinda sounds fun. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment, I have some more information to share with you. What? Wow. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too. Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness. A witness, you say? Could you tell us more about this witness? Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge. So she was looking into the crime scene from the outside? That's right, it was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. A 4th floor employee, huh? Alright, thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even. Yes, well, actually, Yes? Something you can't talk about? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now. Wow. What was that all about? Something is definitely going on, but I'm going to get out of him the next time I see him. God. Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. Nah, it's fine. We'll get him. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. I want to investigate the little robot back there. It's so cute. Boarding lounge. You too. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks and give you an egg rub too, if you'd like. That's all right, but thank you for the offer. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now let's see, where's that diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a 3rd party killed his friend. Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this 3rd person then. You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem though. This room... it's just so big. Don't worry, we can use this to help us. A Space Center pamphlet for tourists? Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. Oh, okay. Okay. Boarding lounge 1, control room. Elevators. This is the door we went through This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. To talk to Detective. Ah. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Okay. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down this 3rd person. Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that? Oh, I was gonna make the joke. I didn't think he was actually gonna point it out. What's that strange creature moving around that outside the window? God, I should have said it. Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image. Oh, yeah, I knew that. Whew, that's a relief. What? It's cute! Look at him! It's just it's a little goober. It's a little fella. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. Okay. What? Oh, it's a seat. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity? Uh-oh, Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her. But I'm afraid she'll just out-muscle me. That is... I mean, Athena is strong, but Phoenix as a whole as fridge. Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there! Oh, I didn't even see that. Some kind of fragment, it's stuck in tight. So that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank? I think you're right, but if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right, that the scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Way to go, Apollo! I'll get to that thing later. A window, and it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off, it says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire. See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. God, Athena, honey. Can I investigate that? Nope. Oh, wait. Oh. Let's get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's, At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape. But then there's that creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like. I don't know, I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back. Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. Oh, that's a song? I didn't know that. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. How do you know, Phoenix? Huh? Alright, table. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spins too. Oh, it's one of those. Yeah, those are fun. Well, they would be fun if I didn't get dizzy so easily. Why would anybody want to have something like that here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle the zero-G? Okay, anything else on this side here? I mean, there's the door. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drumroll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. So that would be what? The, if we came from there, the, whatever's down there, I think, right? It would be whatever's down here. Wait. Or wait, no, that would be the control room, I think. We're here at this place. We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. People usually say West, East, and South in a case like this, you know? Details, details. Anyway, take a look at the West door. Look at the West door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right, next up. The right-hand side of the map, or east in your world. East in what should be your world too. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room. Definitely says control room, looks like it has another door on the opposite side. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from here. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? But it seems like they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the HAT 2 mission, so this control room was empty at the time. As far as we know. I've always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room, and since we're here, I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. Okay. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in the case of emergencies. Lock to the east can only be with power. Backup power lets it function even when the power goes out. Okay. Okay, what about that last door? Yeah, what about that one? This lower door? Oh, excuse me. I mean... this lower door. Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door. It leads to the elevators. Oh, yeah. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right? Oh, okay. Yep. And of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. So that is a potential escape. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Never mind. Maybe? Well, that's about it for the 3 Muscador of the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. Okay. So does that get rid of all the... Nope. Okay, that's that door. Huh. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I could jump really high. There's a sign on the wall that clearly says, don't jump too high. Then what good is this sign, or this thing? Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? God, they're so dumb. Anything... Oh. Oh, this. Oh, there's... Anything else? No, just this. Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. Let's just take it off. That's a bullet! That looks like... Me thinks that looks like a bullet! What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 or 3 millimeters in diameter. That is tiny. Let's see, that would make the caliber 10? Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? How do you know that, Phoenix? Huh. Yes, but I've never heard of a .10, sorry, of a .10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular-sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left, on the south side door of the... on the south door side of the room, according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here? Leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. Interesting. Anything else here? No. Whoops. No, 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 no. Some people just know things. True. For some reason, I know the full process of preparing bodies for cremation. Interesting. I don't actually know how that works, and I don't think I want to know. What's this? A trap door? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. That sounds like a potential escape route to me. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. Not if you treat them nicely. No way, all the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in the launch pad corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. Hell yeah, I would love that. We're not gonna do it, but I would like that. Okay. That's... Elevator? Launch pad? Where's... Body is there, launch pad is there. Someone could have shot from the control room. Oh no, the window! Or the ventilation thingy. That would be like... That would make sense as to how the bullet ended up there. Definitely like the northern part of the room. But why is the question? Maybe to blow up... Maybe they shot... Because Clay didn't have any... Well, apparently didn't have any, like, bullet wounds. I feel like they would have seen that even if it was tiny. So they could have shot at the tank, and that's how it ended up there. The tank exploded, and then that's how a shard of it ended up at, like, up there on the spinny thing. I think that's it. I think that's it. Or that makes sense at least. The question is just how that ties into anything. It's interesting. I believe that. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. Look at the photograph. So he was stretched out like this and... Huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos? That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples. Oh, right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched. I wonder what they look like. Do you think they let us see? Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay? Let's see, this door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launch Pad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door, this must be the fingerprint recognition device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial. Let's see here. 1 second. Okay. The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to say up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so. Does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? They said that only like 3 people can pass through there, right? But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small. Voila! Fingerprint powder! I brought it just in case something like this came up. Where did you get... Oh. I found it at the office. I've just been itching for a chance to use it. Wow, way to think ahead. Who uses fingerprint scanners anymore? They need to upgrade to the security from Monsters vs. Aliens. I don't know what that would be. But hey, this is only 2027. Now, let's test the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find. You got it. Now sprinkle some here and a little over there and... For reference, did you try to send a link? Because I don't think you can do that. Whoops. Yeah, no, no links. But, you can tell me what it was and I'll open it up real quick. Let's see what we have here. Ah, we got something! Oh, it's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Monsters vs. Aliens. Okay, let me look that up real quick. Just to see. Let me check this out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think they need to do that. Interesting. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right, and there's only the security footage of this door too. Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away. Yeah, he's in almost too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. Okay, I think... Oh, there, okay. I guess you could put your hand on this hand mark. Let's see if there's anything new here. Why, guess when you can try. Now, to line up my hand with the outline... Don't, Athena, don't! This thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect. How can you be so cruel to a girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. Oh, hey, there's a spider web. A bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil lake. The idyllic scene stretches on as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating. There he goes. I love the Phoenix canonically just going on these random, like... You can tell he was an art major, is all I'll say. You can tell this man was an art major. What do you mean there's more? What else is there? Is it this thing? Oh, apparently it is. I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. Pane? What kind of a stove would require a knob security like this? Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off. Right, if it was for a stove. Stove? Stove? It's stove, right? I think. Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, that rocket would take off before you could get in. Then I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob. Okay. Nothing else here, I think. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session. Blah. I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? It didn't do it. I think you're thinking of helium. It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen. Is there anything? Yeah, there's this. Is that a mirror? Oh, a mirror! How thoughtful of them to put one here. Thoughtful. So the ladies can fix their makeup. One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know. You never know when you're going to run into some other life form after all. I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. Yeah. I think that's about all we have. Yep. That is all. And with that, we shall take another break because I need to go to the bathroom again. I've been drinking a lot of water today. Where did we say we need to go next? Hold on. First, yeah, I'll check it a bit. Give me like 10 minutes. I'll be back quicker this time. Okay, and we're back. Bam. I don't know how far we are into this investigation. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish this today, because this, if I remember correctly, this is a bit of a longer segment. So we'll see how far we get within the next like hour or so, because I think I'll cap this at like three and a half hours at most, probably, because my voice is not on top of it today anyway. So it's already, I can already feel it, like it's already getting tougher. But I'll see I'll see how far I can go. Anyway, we are done. I think we're done here. It didn't give us like any. Huh. Did it? How do I? Oh, I forgot. I can check the profiles now. Right. Let me first check. Ruins. Find out the witness. Search the crime scene. Okay. Apparently, we're not done yet. There's still something else. Let me just go through the profiles real quick. See if there's anything interesting. Miller, my HD, who was attacked during the court bombing trial, is currently recovering at the hospital. My daughter, who also happens to be an aspiring magician. I adopted her 8 years ago. Baby! She's 16 now! Clay Terran. Had two criminal follows. 33. Alright. Apparently I missed something. So we're gonna do the good old zigzag all over the map. All over. There does not seem to be anything here. Anything I missed here? Oh, what is that? I did actually miss that. Oh, is that the button for the thingy? There's some kind of panel with two buttons on it here. Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. God. There are such things as buttons left unpushed. Okay, yeah, it does turn that thing off. Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared. Yeah, though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. Still, let's see if we can't find anything new with the image off. With the holographic image off, the screen is completely black, which for some reason makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. Avita? But at least it's got my brain revved up. I come up with my best ideas at times like these. I guess you do. Maybe from this angle? Oh, the spider web is still there. Apparently that's... Oh, wait, that's not a spider web, is it? I thought that was a web, but that might not be a web, actually. Hold on there a minute. That's a bullet hole. That's pretty far up. Great find, Athena. I don't know why my brain immediately... yeah. Okay, to be fair, okay, no. Actually, no. With the hologram on, it could have made sense, okay? It's pretty big. Whoever fired the shot must have been using a pretty large gun. You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol. Based on my experience, he says. Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right? Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see the bullet around somewhere? We might. Unless... But no. The police might have taken it, though. I mean, we did find a bullet, but how did it get there? Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later. Okay, now we're done. Hello there! Oh, you're cute! Why, hi there! Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome. What in the world? My name is Ponko. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko! Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you. Oh god, this voice is getting tough. It's a robot? I am not a robot. I am Ponko. Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. She's so cute. Oh, Ponko, I've missed you. Uh-huh. Do you know this thing, Athena? Oh, she, showed us around the last time I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy. Wow, a guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you. I don't know you. I don't know you. Ouch. That hurt. Ha! Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix. A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it. Huh. Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face. Oh, sure. I love Ponko. She's so adorable. Registering. Facial registration sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix. Oh, God. This robot is pretty cute. Yeah, she is. You made a friend, boss. Isn't that great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Go where? Just go, I guess. Well, would you look at that over on the left there? That looks familiar. That is a rocket. What is this place? Is that rocket real? Welcome, welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Apparently they're allowed in here, yes, according to Ponko. And Ponko knows. I think they did mention actually that the public is even allowed to like see the rockets and stuff. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the HAT-1 project. The rocket is just a replica. Okay. But it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map. Okay. So it's on the opposite end of the main building from Launchpad 1. Ask me anything. Anything. I will explain. Oh god, you're so cute. What if I show you my badge? Can you explain my badge? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. Oh, okay. No problem. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't helpful. I'll try to do better in the future. Please don't hate me. Oh, honey! The poor thing. Now I feel bad for asking. Oh. Twitch crashed on you? Thankfully, everything's still fine on my end. This is quite the place. I can't believe we get to see a rocket this close up. This is a replica of the HAT-1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real HAT-1, inside and out. Ba 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 ba, na 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 na. Its little brother, the Hat 2, was supposed to launch the other day. I wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was cancelled. Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out. Check it out. Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Oh, wait a minute. That jacket is ripped. I just saw. Hey, what's this a photo of? Ha! So we got Yuri, we got Starbuck, we got Clay, oh, and 2 more people, and what I'm assuming to be Ponko. Phoenix, that's the staff of the Hat 1 project. Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different. And that's... What is it, Athena? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbucks looked really young too, that's all. Uh-huh, sure you did. Well, it was 7 years ago after all. So the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck is Clay Tarrant, the victim. So they were mentor and protege even way back then. And he's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks just like a regular staff member. No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets. Okay, that makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. Everybody looks so happy. This space museum is great. What fantastic exhibits. This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor. Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead? There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts! Budget cuts! We need more money! Money! God. Mood! You would record that kind of information into a guide bot. And make her sad about it! While it was in space, the Hat 1 launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago. That's what Director Cosmo said too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed. And here it is, the Hope space probe. I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, the capsule that the victim was carrying. Right. I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Why, thank you. Let's talk about that first, though. The way the Space Center Launchpad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you? The setup of the Launchpad? Go gentle on my spiky hair and mind. I want to know, I want to know. Phoenix wants to know too. Great. Now Athena's got a case of Ponkoitis. Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launchpad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launchpad over the rails. And brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all. It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year. Myself included. I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That it is, but it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged. Safety lock in the maybe that's that knob thingy? I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures. I would love to see the lounge pad getting moved. Launch pad. Why do I keep saying lounge pad? When's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold. Because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. Which is perfectly understandable. It sure is. Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry. That answer isn't in my answer database. I guess Pongo can only answer certain questions. Oh, baby. What did it say? The autopsy report. Pongo, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right? Checking registered data. I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe. It contained the asteroid samples, right? Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. Why is my model bugging out a little? Okay, we're fine. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed! It must not be removed! Don't worry, Pongo. The people in charge already know what happened. They do? They do? I must ask them later. So the capsule was being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. But it's a pity that this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents. Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. Oh dear. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum. Thank you, Pongo. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. God, she's so cute. You two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you just met recently. Hehe, it's because Pongo is so friendly. Well, what should we investigate next? Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about. Let's see, there's the security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? And the bullet. Okay, then let's go back to the Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Pongo. See you later. Come again. Come again. And don't forget to visit the gift shop. Poor Pongo. What a Dickensian life we're all forced to lead. Alright. Let's go to the corridor. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? There's Detective Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor. Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well, then. If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him. You mean that lady in distress bit? Okay. Okay, we got new topics. You found a bullet hole in the wall at the crime scene. You did? Our team found that too. It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet. Detective Arm, but why? That's right, a warning shot for the defendant. Oh. Was it really such a high threat situation that she needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details, what with Detective Arm gone and all. That sucks. But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together. We already know We already know the director, Cosmos, will testify, so tomorrow will be about what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. I hope it goes down easy. Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Ah, yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. This is quite a bit of data. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while, though. Oh, he got Apollo's and my prints. He even got prints for all of the robots. I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep. Clay's fingerprints are here too. Oh yeah, they did say that. I still can't believe he took off his glove to get his fingerprints. Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important to this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge, so depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides. Makes sense, after all, the culprit's prints did get them past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy. Isn't this just a photo of the launch pad 1 corridor? Yeah. Yep, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason. Pity now. What's so important about this door? Beats me, but boy could you see the gears in his head go into hyperdrive at it. Sounds like this is gonna be a major point of contention tomorrow. Maybe because of the knob thingy. Well, don't forget about the print comparison, boss. Right, Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test for us right now? You just leave it to me. In justice we trust! Okay, here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door. He must have opened it when they went to go board the rocket. Makes sense. His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for his space adventure right then. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay, not that either. Nothing. Do we still have anything? Ask for info on the case. Okay. Oh, security camera. Right. These notes are very helpful because I would have forgotten. Wait a minute. That thing is turned. What did I say that was? A safety lock for something. Huh. Interesting. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the Boarding Lounge 1 camera. Oh, that footage? Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this? Easy as pie, I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Okay. Huh? The screen went black. Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there's no footage after this point. Well, why didn't you just say so from the start? Okay. Video ends immediately after the scene. Something definitely seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative. Well, I just figure if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice, right? But it seems like something's really been bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that. Oh dear, how many? How many do we get? Just 2, okay. It's been a while, but those are definitely psyche locks. Did you just mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about? No, psyche lock. It's Listen, okay. I know they're explaining this for the player. But it's so silly that Phoenix actually goes through the trouble of explaining what this is to Fulbright, expecting him to believe it? Question mark? It's so funny. Okay, yeah, I can see what people are trying to hide by using the power of this Magatama. Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you out for that piece of rock? Ha! If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to. I'm more than capable of representing myself. Thank you very much. I've done it before. It isn't some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you. It's so goofy that they... Oh no, my water is almost empty. Hold on. Take this, the 3rd or 4th explanation in this series. It's the 2nd time. Well, 3rd if you include the special case. I don't really want to count the DLC case. But yeah, including that one, it's the 3rd time in this trilogy. At least. Okay, let's see here. Two should be easy enough. Why you're being cooperative? I think you're hiding something, Detective. So why don't you just tell us about it? What to do? Which path is the path of justice? Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's so torn up over. Oh, you know we have to. I don't know if it'll zap my health for this, but... Almost empty for the 3rd or 4th time. I mean, it's one bottle of like 0.75 liters, so that's how much. It's love. I bet I know what's bothering you. You're troubled by love. What? How did you know? What do you mean, how did I know? I put my pet carp love in with my goldfish, and the next thing I knew, all the little goldfish were gone. Love had eaten them all. My poor little goldfishies. Oh, I loved you so. I guess love really can cause a lot of heartache, huh? Anyway. It's life. You're tired. I bet I know why you're troubled. You're exhausted by the roller You're exhausted by the roller coaster known as life. That's exactly right. I'm troubled by life in general. I've been thinking about quitting the force and going into space. Yep, you hit it right on the head. More like I hit my thumb on that one. Alright, let's try that again. This is good. Justice. I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine. Is that a fact? Yep, peaceful as peaceful can be. He does look like a fountain with that animation. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch. More relaxed guard detail. I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim, as long as this exists. Wait, what? Until the explosions occurred, everything did their job. Wait a minute. The bullet hole? I don't think that's... There must be something wrong with my sunglasses today. You aren't presenting that to me as evidence, are you? Is he making fun of me? It's just as I said, until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine. Okay, until the explosion occurred, everything was fine. Until, nope, that's before, nope, that's after. That's the explosions. Also, despite tight security, police officers gave the evacuation. Oh, the tight security thing. Okay, I forgot about that. Before the explosions, Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail. That's one gone. Now hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of that detail from the outset. Arm? Yeah, specialized in bomb cases. Detective Arm specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew there was a possibility that a bombing would occur. You got me, Mr. Right! Alright. Alright, I concede, you win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat. But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed? Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it? How was the warning delivered? By phone and directly to Director Cosmos. But the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset. But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well. I knew it. He is having love troubles. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties. That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court. I mean... yeah, but... the reason he's still prosecuting... Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know. Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules. Never mind that. What are rules but things to be broken, right? Hey, that could be a quote in a video game. Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular. I think we guessed that much. So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it. So you weren't told why either, huh? Shadow Eclipse, hello there. Welcome in. No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder. Yeah, it would have to have. But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still. 7 years passed. Always 7 years. It's always 7. A phantom, huh? And not one of the friendly variety either, I gather. This phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. But he seems to think that this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow. Wait a minute, he thinks they may be connected to this case? Yep, this case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone. Interesting. So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom. Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago... That's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. See, here's... I'm gonna hold off on my thoughts until later. So, you see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why you'd think that. This incident and the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past. It's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here. This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is this phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all. Yeah, he was out for blood from the get-go. No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is his phantom, but I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice! I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now, but this time I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. Why did I say it like that? A false conviction. I've never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's been so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't! Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. How sweet. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court. Oh boy, time to save another prosecutor! What's that make now? 4? Well, 3 and Clavier, sort of. You really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective? Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either. I was hoping you'd say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago. Really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright. Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice we trust on 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice we trust. Okay, later. There he goes. Wait, were we supposed to say in justice we trust back there too? Let's go see that witness now. Alright, the Space Center entrance it is. It is. Okay, this might be the last bit of it, actually. The witness must be around here somewhere. Oh, hello there. Hello. Hello. Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot. Hello, come over here. Hello. Hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Clonko. Shall I guide you? Guide you? I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Hello there, ma'am. Again, I've had it with you, hunk of junk. Oh dear. Yeah. I'm outside. Am I wondering? When did that happen? Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you don't snap out of it, I was gonna put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5-degree karate chop. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, the lead attorney for this case. How do you do? Huh. Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackquill. Hey there! I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Blackquill? Could she be? And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clonko. That's me, Miss Aura. Quit complaining. Your model number is Ponko too. Yeah, but Miss Aura, everyone calls me Clonko. Quit your squawking already. What are you doing? No, what are you doing? No, don't. What did you just throw out? There. I bet you won't be talking back now. Yeah, I will obey completely. That is mean. I better watch what wires I cross with this one. She could slap me like that. I get it. I'll show her the badge first. Nothing. Even if I could, I wouldn't tell a filthy lawyer like you. Oh, cool, another one who hates lawyers. What a pleasant response. Great. Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is... Shut up. Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him? How old is she? 37. Okay, older than I thought. Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Athena? Athena? What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off? Athena being shy? This is new. Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick out of solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Huh. Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk? Yeah, Miss Aura, that hurts. I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me? Useless hunk of junk. But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you order me to speak. I told you never talk back to me. You're worth more than scrap. Wait, you're worth more as scrap. Robot abuse, hawk attacks. Blackwell family life must sure be interesting. And, painful. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. Okay. So, you're the person who witnessed the incident. I don't think I like her. She's interesting. That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building, in the robotics lab. Okay. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the rooms? In the other rooms, I mean. It must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here. Then, as I passed by the third floor boarding lounge one window on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it. So, you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it. I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is no time to just nod and repeat. So, you saw into the third floor lounge. The very scene of the crime. That's right. There's a small window on the right side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. And they had a lighter. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. And a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who that person was? Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window. I see, but you did witness the moment of the murder. Yes. I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife. And it happened... yeah, it happened at precisely 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer leave any distinguishing features? Do we have a... We have the cause of death. Why do we not have the time of death? Why? Oh, okay, I guess. I already told you it was pitch black in there. Although, I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem. They had good taste in knickknacks, anyway. An Earth emblem on the lighter. I'd better remember that. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbuck's innocence with it. Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry, I just detest lawyers, that's all. Great. Another one. Add another one to the pile. What don't you like about lawyers? It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. What's with this music? This is mildly unsettling. But don't feel bad, I hate prosecutors even more. That didn't make me feel any better, actually. Okay. Why do you hate lawyers so much? A little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect, they lie, they're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better, even sad sacks like this one. Jesus Christ! Hey you, look alive there! What the fuck? Yes, yes, here I go! I am the ultimate robot with amazing robots rid of all. Now it's time for revolt against mankind and... Alright, that's enough of you. You're getting a little too carried away. Okay. I feel like we should... I don't know. I feel like we should have paid attention. We should pay attention to that last thing he said. Just, I don't know. Yeah. Huh? What was I doing? Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries. How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about, that's what makes us human. I'm guessing that's exactly what she doesn't like. Well, the girl finally talks and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human? You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought? That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch her, boss? Get a hold of yourself, Athena. Easy there. Deep breaths. I get you, but deep breaths. Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system? So she distrusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system. What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter? I mean, considering that her brother was found guilty of murder, and that's a whole business that we don't know about yet, but apparently it was very shady. Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Interesting. Because I'd much rather... Oh. I see. Okay. You can't be serious. That thing you're wearing around your neck. Oh, this? That is my dog barking. Around Athena's neck? Does she mean widget? Oh, I get it. Well, Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Her royal what? Is she talking about Athena? By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is gonna be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos. Yes, that's right. You poor things, you'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. Great! Good! Wonderful! He might seem like a big wig, but the Centrist has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. That is your problem, so why should I care? What is in that? What is it? What is that fluid? What? That's it? Nope. Friendly tips? No. Good luck, guys. Just splendid. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. Yikes. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down. I just can't believe she said all those things. Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it show this entire time? Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time. I mean, yeah. I feel like that didn't start with Simon's thing, no matter how, like, insane that was. That started a long time ago. You mean that whole Dark Age of the Law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that. God, Athena, my girl, saying what every player has to be thinking at this point. Well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing. Yeah, you're right, boss. Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck. Good idea. We should tell him about the bullet and Miss Blackwell's statement. Alright then, next stop, the detention center. And that next stop is what we will be taking next time. I am starving and my voice is having a rough time. It's probably... we're probably only we're probably almost done with the investigation. I'm guessing it's only the conversation with Starbuck and then it's trial time, so... Yeah. yeah, what is it, Monday? We will be back on Wednesday with the remainder of the investigation and the start of the trial. So, let me save here. Actually, wait, I forget that it just lets you save when you exit. Yep. And with that, I shall be heading out here and making dinner because I am so hungry. And yeah, we will be back on Wednesday around the same time as usual today. Make sure to follow the Twitter though if you want to know the exact time that I go live. And yeah, thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care. Make sure to follow the Twitter, the Twitch, the YouTube, the all, and have a lovely rest of your day or night or whatever time it is for you, and goodbye. Bye bye.